Alright guys, so quite a few of you have actually all asked me about how to beat floor 32 today without using incomplete domain Megumi. So here you go guys, this is going to be my video guide on how to beat this stage free to play style. So as you can see from my team lineup, it's super free to play friendly. The only SSR character you need is Yuta. Now I do feel like you kind of need dupe 1 on him. Maybe you're able to get away by leveling up the skills a bit more. Like maybe if you actually max out the skills on Yuta, maybe you can get away with it. But I feel like probably it's actually easier to dupe him out with the universal dupe from the shop. Hopefully you guys would have enough currency to actually exchange it by now. I just feel like actually duping out him is gonna be slightly easier to actually like maxing out his skill level. So that's kind of why I would recommend you actually wait for your user to be duped before trying the stage. So that's kind of on the character wise. Kaito, by the way, the backup option never get used, so you can ignore the last spot. And then in terms of recollections, it's basically 2 SSR you can get for free in the game. This one's from Formidable Falls, and this one is from the 15 million download login, whatever. So everyone should have this as part of their login bonus by now. And then obviously 2 SR recollection just to buff up the amount of damage you need to do because you kind of need to break the enemy in one go. Okay, so basically this is a team setup, and as I kind of shown briefly earlier, this is kind of skill requirement as well. I do have Yuta at level 9 skill, ultimate skill, and his skill 3 is also at level 8, which you will need in order to do actually a bit of damage to finish off the enemy. In terms of the other skill levels, I have Yaga's buff at level 9, Nanami's buff at level 8, Toge needs his stun definitely at level 8 because you will be using that stun in this battle. And also probably level 8 on his skill 2 as well. I'm not sure exactly what level you need, but I have it as level 8 to beat it. And then the other thing you also want to pay attention to is that all 3 of the special skill on your buffers, well, your support characters need to be level 7, and that is because, like I said, you need to break the enemy in one go. So all of your characters will be using of their special attack all at once, and you, because the enemy is actually weak against red and all the characters here are red, you would need kind of their special attack to be leveled up to make sure you can actually break the enemy. So that's basically the reason why I leveled up all of them. Okay, now in terms of the strategy itself, so this stage is not actually as difficult as it may seem like. Like when you first take a look at this stage and look at the description, this feels really, really tricky because the enemy is able to apply like an AoE stun. It's also able to apply like a curse technique damage debuff every now and then, and I'll talk about how to get around with that. And then the other thing you can also do is that not this one, but it doesn't say. So basically, when he actually uses his special attack, it's an AoE nuke, but also able to poison you for like 2 or 3 turns. Um, I actually feel like the poison do more damage than the attack itself. So by the time like it attacks you and then poison you, a lot of your character are going to be dead the next turn, like straight away. So you really want to avoid him actually using his special attack. And the best way to get around that is obviously I kind of already spoiled alert before. Toge using his skill 3 to actually stun the enemy. So that's basically the way it is. And this actually also allow you to get around the 2 other tricky part about this enemy, because the enemy, for example, may AoE stun you and therefore interrupt the way you attack, or you plan your attack. For example, you kind of need your Yaga and Nanami to buff continuous back to back in order for you to build up enough buff to actually break the enemy in one go. However, if the enemy actually, stun you, then that's going to be annoying, right? You basically lost out 1 turn of buff. So basically the way around that is you stun the enemy back and that gives you 1 extra turn to set up. So that's basically the way it is. And then the other thing, tricky part about this enemy, like I said before, he can actually apply a buff which take reduced damage against curse technique. So your Uta's ult won't be able to do as much damage, but the way around this is that you basically just need to stun the enemy back to back twice, and his buff would have definitely expired by then. So basically, by stunning the enemy effectively back to back twice, it give you enough breathing room to make sure you set up both your buff in time. You make sure the enemy are not able to use their special attack, and also you make sure whatever damage reduction buff they have on them would expire by the time you actually do your ults all at once. So that's basically the way around it.
大丈夫、なんとかなるよ。嫌な感じ。なんて磁力だ。
片付け。鮭。
勝つんだ。防げ。
そうです。手早く進ます。
勘弁。勝つんだ。
そこです。
ねじれろ。
相手の動きを観察。片付けます。
鮭。考えろ。
授業を始めよう。ここが踏ん張りどころです。
ねじれろ。
相手の動き。片付けます。鮭。
考えろ。
授業を始めよう。ここが踏ん張りどころです。
ねじれろ。死なせない。
相手の動きを観察。手早く。
鮭。勝つんだ。
では教育の時間だ。っていきましょう。
動け。
最善の一手。片付けます。
鮭。考えろ。
授業を始めよう。ここが踏ん張りどころです。
動け。
さて準備はいい。さて行きますよ。
鮭。てか準備はいいか。
行くぞ。総力戦だ。これで払い切る。対象の7対3の点を弱点にする。私からは以上です。行くぞ。今です。
外れろ。愛してるよ、リカ。筋子。2人で。
相手の隙を見逃す。手早く進ます。
勘弁。勝つんだ。
では教育の時間だ。っていきましょう。
ねじれろ。合わせろ。いかんな。